Cool. Now? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another special edition of Kirkland's Corner. I'm your man, MK3, the host. I'm here with some homies today. Y'all going to meet them later on, but right now we're going to get right into Lavelle Rogers' new track called Tapped In, so make sure you stay locked in to channel 724. We're going to be back in just a second.
Did you make this beat?
You know that I've been tapped in. She keeps sliding, ring, ring on my back line. I keep declining, I've been sipping on this act. I can't deny it, I've been rolling up this back now. I need a fire, you should know that I've been tapped in. She keeps sliding, ring, ring on my back line. I keep declining, I've been sipping on this act. I can't deny it, I've been rolling up this back now. I need a fire. Late night, I hit the studio, I'm killing. Tip a check for my temperament. Been steady moving, stacking paper with it. You been vastly moving, head and backwards with it. So I slip and juke just like it's matted. She on my jacket. Hold up, ain't giving dabs cause I don't trust you. Solo, just with the clickers, we don't fuck with. Hello, shit, little baby tryna kick her with me. She on my just like a fitted cap. My nigga Astro made a beat and I just brought it back. I heard her saying that their words would turn to energy. That never hindered me while stopping no contingencies. I tapped in, she keeps sliding, ring, ring on my back line. I keep declining, I've been sipping on this act. I can't deny it, I've been rolling up this back now. I need a fire, you should know that I've been tapped in. She keeps sliding, ring, ring on my back line. I keep declining, I've been sipping on this act. I can't deny it, I've been rolling up this back now. I need a fire. Roll that sticky, get me tapped in. She wanna pull up, tell her bring a friend. Yeah, just me and Ray will start a catalyst. Then double back like fuck a middleman. She into me, intimately, she tryna figure me. I ain't no joker, ain't no dealing me. Yeah, just made some money with some frenemies. At Sistine Chapel, I've been checking for their tendencies. At hitting weeks, I'm off the leash and I ain't got no breaks. Look, and she gon' do it, whatever it takes. Yeah, apply that pressure, a diamond got made. Shit, that's why I'm here to say hi to my day. I turn the page, I flip the script, but you can't guard me. Shit, I'm top of my game, I ball like Harvard. Yeah, my screws loose, don't get too close. Just call my bluff and I might show it. Deuce, you should know that I've been tapped in. She keeps sliding, ring, ring on my back line. I keep declining, I've been sipping on this act. I can't deny it, I've been rolling up this back now. I need a fire, you should know that I've been tapped in. She keeps sliding, ring, ring on my back line. I keep declining, I've been sipping on this act. I can't deny it, I've been rolling up this back now. I need a fire.
With the JJ Express.
For sure. Y'all can do that. All right, we back. Appreciate my guy Lavelle Rogers for that. Make sure y'all stay tuned. He's definitely going to be on the corner stopping in. So, I know y'all hear me talk about them all the time. You see highlights. Now, I have my guys here with me accompanied by their beautiful mother. But, fellas, introduce yourself real quick on this special Wednesday edition of The Corner. Tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Justin Anderson.
Hi, I'm Jordan Anderson.
And we're the J&J Express.
So, what does that mean? Did Pops give you that nickname?
Yes.
Ryan, I appreciate that. I'm gonna get on your head about that later on. But so for y'all, what does it mean now that we're really at an important time in your lives because you're still kids at heart, but you're not kids no more. People paying attention to you. There's people that are going to come from various places in the world to watch you that you won't even know are in the stands. There's going to be people literally all around this world that will know who you are, and you may not know them from a can of paint. So how does that feel knowing that the work you put in, first off, accompanied by the hard work that your parents have put in to get you to these things, how does it feel knowing that right now this path of success y'all are on is really, y'all really like a moving train? I mean, how does it feel?
It feels good because now we know that, like, we've been putting in hard work and it was going by slow, but now it's going fast and stuff. And our parents already told us that we have 2 strikes against us, so might as well make that last strike well. So we're just trying to do the best we can, and hard work beats talent.
Okay.
Like talent doesn't work hard.
Y'all got that from 2K. I remember that too. It was the little dude that looked like Stephen A. Smith. I remember for sure. But so you agree then with your brother?
Yes, hard work pays off.
Okay, and so what has it been like in terms of when did you guys know that you were actually a real life like force to be reckoned with? Besides the fact that I'm sure I was saying we were born, but when like athletically, when did it start to settle in that okay, we got something going?
I want to say like 6th grade when we started like being competitive, because when we first played ball in 5th grade, I believe we didn't know how to play. We would miss layups, wide open layups and stuff. But but 6th grade, that's when we started being a force to be reckoned with, because Jordan did flash passes and nobody could stop it. Like, who could stop one-on-one? If you go one-on-one with Jordan, jump shot, fade away in your face, no problem.
I mean,
easy.
That works. So it was was it a specific game? Was it a tournament? Was it a season that kind of clicked it off? And what season and who were you playing for?
We were playing for Lincoln Cats at the time.
Okay. Let's real quick talk to Mom a little bit. Mom, what's up?
Hey.
What's going on? Let the people know who you are.
I'm Brandy, and I am 5J Mom, J and J Express. I'm Mom and Ron's wife.
Ron, if you are watching, you can call us in a little bit. Don't call right now. We're asking questions right now. Just hold on for a second. So for you, I mean, obviously you have a more elaborative version of what it's been like for you to see all this. So from the beginning, what did you see then? What do you see now? And how surreal is it? Because it's got to be, honestly, for me, being an outsider looking in, it's pretty dope to me. I mean, they're not my kids, but they like one little nephews, you know what I'm saying? So it's, for me, I'm always excited to watch. I'm always trying to tap in and see what's going on with y'all. Just take us through the last 12, 13 years?
The last 12 and a half years, I guess we knew that they would be great. I mean, like I've stated before, when I found out I was pregnant with them, I prayed over them while in the womb. So I knew when I was praying what I asked God for, I got. Now, I didn't expect it to go as far as it's gotten. Mm-hmm. It's taken off.
Yeah.
We're getting calls and people coming up to Ron and me, and I mean, it's just, it's mind blowing. I guess I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, because it's like we're going from one end of the world to the other, traveling back and forth from Lincoln to Omaha. Sometimes we're in St. Louis, Kansas City. But it's a blessing. I mean, they could be doing something totally different. I could be in a totally different space, and Dad too. So for me, I think it's definitely mind blowing. I'm like you, like every time I hear something or see them do something, I'm like, wait a minute, where these kids come from?
I'm sure that's how a lot of people feel. Yeah. Competing against you two, because just from my standpoint too, again, and big ups to OTC, Ray Adams, Kamari, Coach Darwin, Coach Fod. When y'all ran against other people, it was almost like it wasn't fair, because y'all got to striding out on some of these kids. Yeah. Like, these kids really are nowhere near you. Like, and it's not to insult anybody else's kids. It's not to dampen anyone's spirits. But, you know, I want to be realistic. I mean, it wasn't close. Like, I mean, you gaining distance. Like, you coasting at this point, and people are still, like, losing ground, running full speed. And it's like, okay, speed is one thing, but then you transfer it over to the football field. And then on top of that, you transfer it to the basketball court as well. So it's almost as if the two of you are your own three-headed monster, which is kind of a weird math thing, because there's only two of you, but you all dominate in three different events. Like, the weight of that is really, really, really important, because youth sports, I would say youth sports, especially in Nebraska, is kind of watered down. I'm not saying that you all don't have top competition, but the competition you're going is you're making look like they're really not suited to compete with you. And I believe y'all play in the 8th grade league in football, right?
Yes.
And y'all are not in 8th grade, correct?
Yes.
And are kind of dominating the league a little bit right now.
Yes. That's true.
So it's things that like that you honestly have to see and like really take a hold of, because there's kids that are older than y'all who literally their window of opportunity is closing. Okay, because if you look at it, freshman year of high school is coming up next. If you having trouble stopping seventh graders, or maybe even 6th and 7th graders, that doesn't really. I mean, what that tells me is that 9th grade might be a little rough for you. 10th grade might be tough too. By 11th grade, we might not even be in the sports world anymore. And like, that's real. But so for y'all are looking at potentially going into a program in high school and being on the court, on the playing surface from the get-go. And I can say that now because I know talent. I'm not some kind of world-renowned talent expert, but I'm not blind. So knowing that in a couple years you might have the chance to go to a school and help shape that school's like legacy history, has that even sunk in yet? That like in 2 years from now y'all could be, what's today, Wednesday?
Yeah.
So you could be midweek preparing for a varsity game in 2 days as freshmen. Now that doesn't happen a lot. It happens with talented kids. It does not happen for everybody, because there's going to be people who go through the ranks. They'll go through freshman, they'll go through reserve, they'll play junior varsity their junior year, and then their senior year, they'll play, they'll hopefully get a play, they'll get their letter. But like I said with y'all, there's a potential. We're talking about 4-year letter winners. And obviously, we'll ask Mom real quick, academically, we're on point?
We are doing awesome.
We are. I probably should have asked that first.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be playing. They would not. I don't care how good they are.
You sound like me.
Dad and I, we.
That's the truth.
I be telling Kyler that.
Yeah, we strive for excellence.
NJ.
Yeah, I don't care anything about sports. I need your mind right. I need the books to be straight, and I don't need a phone call or an email from a teacher. And we take away phones. We shut it down.
I had a lot of phone calls and emails in my day. I did not have a phone to be taken away, but I did catch the switch and the mail. What? Plenty of times. Got snatched up. But I know a couple. I know we do have some highlights coming up for sure. So we're gonna take a break real quick and check out some of these highlights from the youth sports here in Lincoln. We'll be right back with Mrs. Brandy. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, my fault, wrong. And the J&J Express on Channel 724 on the corner.
Yeah, good job, Treachery. Get it. Get it, Jay. That's Trey. Go! Let's go, Trey! Go! 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 All the way!
Pass Mello! Go get him, Ty! Yeah, Kai!
Let's go! There you go, Mello!
Go inside! Yeah, Mello! Go get him! Touchdown! Let's go! That's a man right there! Let's go! Hey, Kiwi, come here! Kiwi! Hurry up! No. Let's go.
We're back now? All right, cool. So those were some highlights from the Cowboys flag football team. That's Cowboys /Team OTC, because there's a basically that whole team is 90% team OTC. So speed is the name of the game on that team. We highlighted. I know my son Kyler had a nice little snag on that Lolo Lightning. Carmelo McAfee. He had quite a bunch of highlights. You're gonna see him on here too because this is our little special we have right now. Our talented youth athletes here in the Heartland in Lincoln and Nebraska. So obviously I want to start it off with them, but there'll be a lot. Maybe not a lot, but there'll be a few other kids on here as well, and they all share that same OTC bond. So big ups to Sam, my producer, for getting that right. Sam got his beats on right now, so he pretending like he don't hear me, but I appreciate him. I know he's going to start laughing. I know I was going to get a smile at you there, Sam. So we back with the boys. Okay, so I got to know, let's start off. Favorite subject in school? Don't say PE because we out that stage.
I would have to say math.
Oof. Not me. No thanks. How about you?
I say English because I like to read.
Not necessarily the reading part, but it is good for you. But English was definitely my strong suit. It's kind of why I like to talk. So yeah, that was definitely it. Let's rank your sports in order. Y'all do 3 sports.
I would have to do football, track, and then basketball.
Oof, he threw basketball last.
Because
We're gonna keep it with you the rest of the time, man. He threw
basketball
last. For what? Oh, that's the least contact sport. So you rather get hit? All right, man.
I like football because
let's make sure we get you checked out for any concussions. It's too early to be liking getting hit. No, that's cool. Though. Why do you like? Why is your order that way for you?
Because football is like my dominant sport. Like if I want to run or kick the ball, I could get like nobody could tackle me. It's like tagging kind of like nobody tagged me. If someone tackles me, that's a tag, and I'll be mad or whatever. So then I score a touchdown. And then track because I just like competition. I like facing against top kids. I like facing Cotton and JP, and because it helps me every week and stuff, and it helps me prepare and stuff.
Absolutely. What do you think about Cotton potentially coming down the road with OTC?
OTC.
I think it's good because like it help our team with the 4x1. When we go to nationals, it's over. It's a wrap.
I'm trying to tell you.
Our time will be way faster.
If y'all run the 4x1, I'm telling everybody now, it's a wrap.
It is.
It's a wrap. It's over with.
Because if Jordan starts it, comes out hot like he did like he did in the semis, it's over. It's cold.
You was gone. I was at home going crazy. Going crazy. Okay, so basketball then. Why is basketball last? I don't even want to know, but why is it last?
I need to develop my jump shot, and sometimes if I like miss a shot or something, sometimes I could be like a Russell Westbrook head and like not share the ball and kind of get upset and like get ticky-tack fouls. And and sometimes I could be like James Harden and be like lazy and stuff. Hey. And that takes my dad off a lot.
I've heard. He be at Josh's games and he's not running. So I know exactly what it is. And for anybody watching, parenting is important. So make sure you stay in on your kids because, I don't know, obviously, the age range of kids watching, but the one thing I can say is this. When you have kids built up the right way, they sit in situations like this. And I'm not saying that to say this show is the beginning of whatever, but I am saying that, though, this is a platform for individuals and recognizable individuals to be on. And so for them to be here obviously means that instead of me, having an adult friend to kick back and laugh and joke with, I'm actually giving y'all the real deal about the future. So make sure y'all out there appreciate it. Second off, make sure you stay tuned for the J&J Express. We're going to have some highlights, 2 of them coming up here in a second. Also another track from Lavelle Rogers, but I'm waiting on Ron to call. So let's talk about your 3 favorite sports in that order. Ron, you wait until he's done. I'm not answering.
I say basketball, track, football.
That's the winner right here.
I say basketball one because I can just let all my energy out. I can go up and down the court, play defense, do this and that. I give my teammates the ball when they really need it.
So you're not like your brother?
Hey, don't get it twisted. I am a better defensive player. Don't get it twisted. I am a better defensive player. Don't get it twisted.
We always help each other on the court and off the court, develop stuff.
Play one-on-one, I beat him, light work.
Like when I was in 5th and 4th grade, my left-handed layup was terrible.
There's grown folks who can't do left-handed layups right now.
But
I might miss a few.
But like, since I have my brother to help me, since he's good at the left-handed layups, I can rely on him to help me and stuff. I say track because Coach Ramon gets to help me. All the coaches get to help me.
Who's your favorite coach?
See, I can't answer that
because
I have.
Don't let them set you up.
Yeah.
Okay. What coach was the easiest for
Coach
you?
Kamari.
Coach Kamari and Coach Jeff.
Coach Kamari, Coach Jeff,
and then I feel like if you messed with Coach Darn on the wrong day, he just makes you run a mile 4-2 track club.
Real life. It's funny you said Coach Kamari. And if he's watching, I'm gonna tell him to call me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna check my phone and tell him that they said you were the one that's easiest to relate to, because that gives me an opportunity to make fun of Kamari and call him a child because you're a little bit younger.
I think it's kind of like hard for Coach Ramon because like if he's mad and he's ready to get some work done, you just bust out laughing and talking. Hey, just in the 4x1, go run 402 track, go run 2 miles, Coach.
You know what I think Coach Ramon's favorite thing to say is?
What?
I know he's not watching, but his favorite thing, he says all the time, here's the deal. How many times do you think he said that?
He says that every day. I'd be like, how many times you say that?
He'll say a million words, but here's the deal.
You gonna get it.
Ray. Also big ups to Ray. Ray came out with a book as well. I totally spaced off the name, which is not that cool. But Ray did come out with a book, so make sure y'all follow Raymond Adams. That book should be available here pretty quickly. It's a book about helping strengthen the mind and speaking life into your young individuals and athletes without necessarily being overly aggressive and overly rude. Speaking of overly rude,
is that
you know who it is? Yo. What's up? Hey man, nice of you to finally join us, man. What's going on?
Nothing, man. Sitting up there just watching y'all on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, you watching how the boys look on the TV, man. They look sharp.
Well, I have to have a little bit to do with that, but it's okay.
Sir, I didn't ask who got the credit. So clearly, I know what angle you taking today, sir. So, and I know I've talked to you a bunch of times real quick, and we're going to get to some highlights too, and you can call us back again after the highlights. But for you, and I'm sitting here with Brandy, what is it, what is it like? I know people come up to you all the time and, say this, that, or the third about how talented the boys are, but what is it like knowing that you two, the creators, have the ultimate hand in this? And this is ultimately the fruits of the labors that you provided and whatnot. Like how reassuring is it to know that obviously that student athletes, they're going to be all right going through life?
It's very reassuring, bro, because I can just tell that the boys are learning and they're paying attention to the teachers that we're giving them. Mom has her things with them, but like we always say, a man can only teach his son certain things a woman can't do. So I really feel like, the boys, when we have our man-to-man talks and things that we go about in our day-to-day life, that, they are using those as examples and guidance as they go about their life right now. As far as like the sports and stuff, they're doing their thing.
Absolutely.
And, as far as academics, they're doing their thing. So I always try to tell them, hey, there's one thing, all they do hand in hand. If you don't have the grades, you will not make it in this world. You can be the best athlete in the world, but if you can't count your money, then you ain't no good.
That makes sense. Are you saying that because Brandy said that already?
No, bro.
I just wanted to make sure because it sounded like plagiarism. It sounded a lot like what I already heard. So I wanted to.
It's not rehearsed, bro. This is everyday life.
Okay, I like that.
Because people always just see the J&J Express, but they forget. And we got 3 other boys right behind them. Josh doing his thing right now. Then I got Jeremiah coming up. I got JRB right behind me, want to run track. So the things that Justin and Jordan are learning is the same teachers I'm teaching all my boys, just not as much as advanced as Justin and Jordan.
Right.
Everybody's getting a lesson at their age of stuff they need to know.
And would one of those lessons be to keep some extra elbow grease?
Definitely keep the elbow grease.
Yeah.
Or I know it's a PG show, so we're gonna keep it PG.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We'll talk about that later on. Cause we'll talk about that later on.
They already know what I told them. They already know what I told them, bro. As long as you do that, we gonna have no problem doing this.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him after the show, and then I'm gonna definitely post that online what they say. But what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna have you call us back in here just a second. Sam's gonna get us over to some J&J Express material, and then we'll get right back to you, man.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. All right, so.
My name is Justin Anderson.
My name is Jordan Anderson.
My name is Joshua Anderson.
And you're watching Kirkland's Corner on
Channel 724.
My name is Justin Anderson, aka J Money.
My name is Jordan Anderson, aka J Smith.
And you're with J&J Express. And you're watching Kirkland's Corner on Channel 724.
I'm moving swift, ain't brushing shoulders. Some hardships, but I'm still rolling. I made my peace, but it's still potent. Quiet times where I be floating. It's in my mind, but it ain't showing. I got the key like I'm important. I double down cause it's important. Go run the miles and them the voices in my mind. I hear them voices 4 a.m. when I'm recording. The truth they say, so I've been facing. I'm cutting them ties, communication. The silent ride, so I be patient. Gotta achieve what I've been chasing. Fire the clip, my mind be racing. I'm in the cut, I'm ducking duckles. She brought the pussy, but no hustle. I gotta go, I'm moving dolo. I've been moving by my solo. I've been moving on some G. Walk lightly, she been on some sneak that I told her don't type me. I had to double down across the bridge, and now I might be. I'm running underneath, and I've been clocking on the night shift. I've been moving on some G. Walk lightly, she been on some sneak that I told her don't type me. I had to double down across the bridge, and now I might be. I'm running underneath, and I've been clocking on the night shift. Chop it down, and then I went and dropped the beat on it. And you ain't gotta tell me, jot it down, cause I've been peeping it. I'm sliding through the town, and I've been moving like a G in it. I take a couple shots, I feel like Irvin. I'm leaning in this bucket like a rocket. Church, she all in traffic. I've been moving, I've been dodging like the condom on it backwards. And I know I like the groove, but we can still get on that nonsense. I told them just be smooth, cause they been scheming, trying to knock it. Got some demons in my pocket, and it's been hard to see clearly. And I've been staring at this window, what the f***ing got into me. I've been sipping on this browning for the night. I can't handle me with these thoughts that keep on running, and I swear they've been drowning me. I've been moving on some G. Walk lightly, she been on some sneak that I told her don't type me. I had to double down across the bridge, and now I might be. I'm running underneath, and I've been clocking on the night shift. I've been moving on some G. Walk lightly, she been on some sneak that I told her don't type me. I had to double down across the bridge, and now I might be. I'm running underneath, and I've been clocking on the night shift. I've been moving on some G. Walk lightly, she been on some sneak that I told her don't type me. I had to double down across the bridge, and now I might be. I'm running underneath.
All right, appreciate that. Sam, I am the man with the plan. We got one more video here that we just saw. We're gonna check in on the tape. You know what I'm saying? See, I got it like that here on the corner. Shout out to my man Sam. Ooh, get busy. Oh, turn the corner. Oh, wow. Well, see,
Look, I just looked at.
see, just let me tell y'all this. Just let me tell you this off the rip. Watching that, if I was a parent, I'd have been hot with y'all for running past my kid like that. You wouldn't even. Dude wasn't even able to put his hand on. Y'all was right here. Hey.
It is what it is.
Kids, y'all can be great too. Maybe y'all should take a lesson from the Express, because Oh my
Just gotta work
goodness.
hard.
That alarm means it's time to clock in for the last time tonight. So, thank you, Channel 724, for having us. We're not leaving just yet. We got a few more questions to wrap up. But thank you, Brandy, for being here. Thank you for raising these fine young men who need some elbow grease. But, that's all right. So, now you said, this is funny. I need to ask why you said you can relate to Coach Kamari the best out of everybody.
He's just so funny and he's
Goofy
always
and stuff.
interactive with all the kids.
He's a big kid.
Yeah.
Always a little big kid. He's
Like,
not very big.
if somebody's down, he'll make them laugh and like having them a good time.
Plus, he likes to me and him roast each other and stuff. So like,
It's good for you.
yeah,
It's good for you.
yeah, he likes to talk about him. I like to talk about his shoes. His shoes be busted up sometimes.
I think a couple of times I just need to give him a breath mint or some elbow grease.
One time when he roasted me about my hairline, I was like, "Do you want some peppermints for them hot breath?" Because he was eating sunflower seeds. He kept eating sunflower seeds. Yeah, he was spitting them out on the
I
grass.
had some loud sunflower seeds over the season. I ain't gonna lie. I had taco flavored.
I remember you gave me one.
Taco ones wasn't bad.
It was good.
I don't mess with salt and pepper. I don't mess with salt and pepper or what was that? Another one was
Sunflower.
dill pickle. No, you can keep that. I know taco was a little out there, but no, I'm good on that. Ron, you got a minute and a half to call me. If you don't call that minute and a half, we done without you, man. So, lastly, if you had a choice, and although we'll probably leave the choice up to them, where would you want to see the boys go? Somewhere a little bit more distant to give them their own spotlight, or somewhere close where it's manageable to get to all their games? Or would you just have it rather be somewhere where they feel completely, obviously, and we're hoping that they fit in wherever, but somewhere where it just, the situation allows the whole body of work to be shown of that this has been a labor of love and it's taken time, but where would you like to see them go? Because obviously they do have a bright future ahead of them. So, I mean, me personally, wouldn't mind seeing them play for the Big Red. You know, I know you hating, but
You know, like Dad already said, whatever school gives you the scholarship, full ride.
So I would want to pick Michigan because I'm gonna ride Michigan Wolverines.
All the Husker fans are there. Sorry about that. This is unscripted. No, why would you want to? Why would you want to go put on the Michigan? I think it was what, maize and blue. Maize is really yellow. But
I have Michigan shoes on. I don't. No disrespect. No disrespect. I wanna pick Michigan because even though Michael Jordan didn't play for Michigan or whatever, I still
sponsored by him now.
Yeah.
You like that? You ain't wrong. I had a feeling. What's up, man? You saw those highlights? Oh man.
Thank you. Not like I was saying. I wanted to choose Michigan because they.
Man. Yeah, I hear you. I appreciate that, man. What I was about to say something. I'm completely thrown off now because all this Michigan nonsense is going on. What did you think about the highlights?
How you feel about the shoes? That's got blue.
No. What did you think about the highlights? No more Michigan highlights.
Hey, I tell people all the time, man, J&J can do what they do. I never worry about my boys, whether we scoring touchdowns, getting interceptions, whether we blocking. We do everything the right way, and we're going to continue to do it the best way. I mean, as you can see what I show you, hey, JP got a touchdown, but Justin had to keep rock when we get outside.
Very true.
We try to stop drives. Jordan gets the interception. Justin can get back on punt returns. You throw them the ball, they run the ball, whatever they do. It's just about doing things the right way and doing things to make sure that you don't get hurt. Because, in youth sports, there is a lot of jealousy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to protect yourself.
Do you feel like you and Brandy have been subjected to any jealousy? You don't have to name names or anything, but do you feel like you've already dealt with it a little bit to some extent?
Don't get us started, please.
Well, bro, I'm not gonna say no names, but yeah, we've been targeted a little bit about some stuff or whatever. But my thing is, though, I just let that roll off my shoulders because if you're not man enough to step to me, and you got to go to a third party, then you really beneath me. I mean, I can't be, like I just tell them all the time, I can't help it. My kids are
the difference. That's the difference. You know, kids do have that time where they play their video games, but you also have that time to be locked in. And obviously, you can see how you all play. You might be playing Fortnite or something like that, but we can tell that's not what you do all the time.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a big thing because you do have to be a kid.
Yeah.
You do still have to be able to enjoy certain things and relax. But like I'm saying, like when we watch you, we see what's going on. I mean, just watch. Just next time y'all dust somebody kid, go in the stands and come say hi to us next time, and then watch all them faces.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You have
That's
no
why I leave
idea.
my earrings at home because you just never know.
Yeah.
Like-
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We all about dope, awesome energy here. We letting you know now too. Leave our kids alone.
I'm telling
And
you.
these track meets, don't do
My
it.
kids.
Because OTC is deep.
We so deep.
We need 3 tents.
And we not really from Lincoln, Nebraska. We from St. Louis.
Yep,
So
hey.
let's be honest.
I can't speak for anyone out of town. I do know how they get down though, so y'all better be cool.
We'll play video games for hours, but then when it's time to go outside and throw a football for 100 times or do a route, then we'll do it.
Hey, Ron, hold on, can you talk real quick? Hey, bro. He was telling me about the video games, but then he said they go out and catch 100 passes. You know, do something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you cut it off because you had to say something.
Hey, listen, bro. You got to express on. Ask them what we do daily. That's it.
Okay. So what's it look like daily?
One day we'll do push-ups, 100 push-ups, 25, 25, 25, 25. The
That's
next
100. Good job. You said you like math. You said you like math, so you're right.
25, and then the next we'll do sit-ups, and the next day, and then 25, 25, 25,
100. I got you.
and squats, and then on Friday after our football practice, after we do 100 squats on Friday on football practice, before me and Jordan.
Bro, y'all want to hold it down on there? Y'all giggle, ha ha. Can we know the joke? Can you tell us?
Let me see. And then on Friday we either do.
My boy as a dad, you know, just to see my boys are chilling and doing things that, you know, I wasn't able to do.
He done cut you off 3 times. I'm going to let him know. He owe y'all 3 lines. 3 up and back. Hey, Ron, real quick. For me, on behalf of me and the boys, you do have 3 up and backs at your earliest convenience because you done cut us off 3 times while we've been trying to say something. You owe us 3 up and backs. And we'll take that whenever you got it. We want no rush, but we'll take that on credit. So if we happen to be at a game and I'm like, hey, Ron, go ahead and hit that 30 and back real quick, bro. Just go, no, I don't want no smoke. Go ahead and hit on that goal line, 30 and back, and we'll be all right. You'll be all right. So let me let little man finish real quick. Then I'm gonna come right back to what you were saying. Hold on, go ahead.
Okay, so Friday we either do stairs 2 times up and back, or we just stretch and get ready for Saturday. Then Saturday we'll do stairs. We'll just switch it out either day.
Or we'll throw the football on Friday or Saturday to get our arms ready.
So y'all are always ready.
Just to read the plays and stuff like all that.
And then they clean their room, they vacuum, they clean the bathroom, they wash dishes.
If we don't, then there's no point.
Hey, what do you use when you clean the bathroom?
Elbow grease.
There it is. I want to make sure they use it. Oh man, Ron got mad and hung up. Well, good. Now we can finish talking. But that's you know, it seems like one thing I noticed is strategy, but there's also an order of operations, which involves, I think, you all to be excellent in your parents' eyes, and I don't want you to take excellent the wrong way. It doesn't mean you're gonna be perfect. It doesn't mean that you won't mess up. You'll mess up a lot. You'll mess up tomorrow. There's gonna be something that you're like, oh man, dang, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. That's part of the daily, I think, maturation process that you'll go through. And I think if any of us could say anything to you, it's like your parents said, let the other stuff roll off the that's 4, right? That's 4, right? You got 4 now, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You got 4. You got 4, bro. What's the saying say? Don't do the crime if you can't do the lines. Up and back 4 times.
I think it's the time.
It is time. You're right.
I just want the boys to show other kids what dedication and hard work shows when you put in that work. Tell Justin George stand up, lift that shirt up, man.
Wait a minute.
Hey, bro, hold on. This TV 14. You want them to show abs and stuff?
Right.
Okay, hey, you know what we'll do? This is what we'll do.
They got to show these other kids where they trying to get to, right?
Oh my God.
Hey, what we'll do is we'll get a picture of them in action, and then we'll just throw that on there. You got the kids trying to strip on a TV show, trying to show abs and whatnot, man. Some of us don't have none no more. Leave me be. Now, you know what? I'm back now. You done got me motivated. I'm back now. I'm running lines with you. I'm back at it.
I just want them to show other kids what my boys are dedicated and what they put in. That's it, right?
I hear you. What I'm not going to do is solicit these activities right now. But what I will tell you is, if you want to watch them, make sure you check out Ron Anderson's page or Brandy Mason Anderson's page. But don't be no weirdo. Don't do that. The only reason I'm saying to follow them is to watch these young men do their thing and to be the best athletes they can be.
And don't
ask no questions. None of that. Just follow and enjoy.
Don't approach our children. Like,
don't be stalking my mom.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, that's
you heard what he said.
Yeah,
If you stalk my mom, me and my brother coming for you on brother.
Hey, we got the whole squad on the phone right now.
Might want to keep down a little.
This is a family thing right here. You hear me?
Sure, you got the bag, I got the legs.
So
Thank you.
on the
Yeah, I know it's a family show, man. We got kids watching, so kids need to know if they put in the hard work and dedication, they can look like this and enjoy it.
That's true.
Okay.
So here, I'll meet you in the middle of the road. Ron wants me to let y'all know that the boys have 12 combined abs because they work hard. You too, if you're a child, can have those if you work hard. There we go. Pictures to follow. No, honestly, for me, like I said, since the first track meet and was able to see everybody do their thing, we kind of just linked on from there. Like I said, I talk to y'all's dad way more than y'all have any idea. I talk to him pretty much every day. So, just to make sure I follow what's going on with y'all. And big news real quick for y'all watching. The Express today was mentioned by Elite Team. Was it Elite Team Sports? Or Elite Amateur Sports? Elite Amateur Sports. And you can follow them on Instagram. It's Elite AS. And then they're also on Facebook as well. They actually had a write-up that said something about, we heard you were elite, and now we see that you are. So coming from a place where people do not necessarily know where you are, how you really get down, but now they've seen video and now they know who you are. For me, gentlemen, it's time for y'all to go ahead and take over. I mean, we see where we are now. Let's just keep pushing. I would just advise you to keep being a light for other kids, because you are going to deal with people who are going to be jealous of you. You are going to there's going to be kids who might be shaped like me right now, who are jealous of your abs and whatnot, but don't brush them off. Help them. If I can tell you anything, it's help them, because there's always somebody who could use your help so they don't quit. Because there's always someone who's a second away from hanging it up, but you could be that light to be like, no, don't give up now. And then that's going to help you more down the road than any, medals and stuff. Y'all got plenty of those. But like being able to help save other people and push other people to other limits, that's when you're really going to start to see how much you've been blessed by your parents and how much you've been blessed in general. So I would definitely advise you to keep pushing, be positive, be confident, don't be arrogant, because those kids fade out quick.
Humility is the key.
It is. And, it's one thing that, you have a good set of parents. You have younger siblings who are looking up to you. You got my younger son looks up to you guys too. So you have a lot of eyes watching. So I would definitely say, don't be afraid to be kids, mess up, but just know you do have to kind of walk a different path, because you guys have set a bar for yourself at a young age that's going to be hard to get rid of. Yeah. So people are going to be watching for you to mess up. And that's when you got to go hard. That's when you got to do that extra set. That's why, when you hear and see your dad doing those 4 lines, you know what I'm saying, you might have to run with him. He hung up?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, anyway.
Davian, he's one of our top best friends. I'll give it to him, top best friend. We chill, hang out and stuff. We chit chat about football, what we could do better. And then we do push-ups and we go to each other's house. And if there's a time where we mess up, of course we're gonna tell our best friends what happened and stuff. And they're gonna ask, but don't be afraid to like be yourself in front of everybody and show what you're made of. Just be like, if there's like a pretty girl and someone's talking to her, go interrupt it if the dude's not talking to her. Okay, okay, go interrupt it and be like, hi, what's your name? If she's a new girl though, if she's just some old girl that's from 6th grade, why are you talking to her? If she's mean, then why are you talking to her?
Okay, this is how I put it.
These are how young minds work. Just so y'all know, this is them in their natural element. I'm not sure where we went.
This is how I put it. You cannot do anything without the grades. The books come before anything. I don't care if you can't be a dumb jock. You can be the greatest football player ever and get the money and scholarship. But what about them grades? You can't have D's and F's in every single class and expect to get a full ride to a college you want to go to. Alabama don't accept that. Neither does Harvard or Yale.
Michigan? No.
That's fine too. That's fine too. Go get red. Well, fellas, before we get out of here, when is the next time y'all are in action? And I think, tell them right there in that camera.
Next week. No, this weekend. This weekend.
Where we at?
Sunday in
Omaha. At Blackburn High School.
Based on Jelly Rollers.
And their game starts at 2 p.m.
Okay, I think the Panthers this week play in Blair, I believe, this week too. So
you might want.
We might have them. I think we play at 2. So we play 12.
You guys play at 4.
Oh,
so we have to go in separate directions.
I think give them some arrow.
We have to go in separate directions.
I got hurt in Blair, so I'm gonna make sure you just.
Yeah, make sure you ball out. So they'll be in Omaha this weekend. I'll make sure I leave a schedule online. I want to say thank you again to Channel 724, my man Sam, the man with the plan. You know what? Regardless of what you see, Sam is a very good individual to me, and I appreciate Sam. But you don't know what he says to me before I get started. It gets me fired up. So no, Sam, I appreciate you, Ish. Wherever you are right now, I appreciate you too. Ron, thank you for calling in. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to Channel 724. Watch out for the J&J Express online. Again, Brandy, thank you for raising these fine young men with Ron. We appreciate the time. So, for the J&J Express, for Brandy, MK3 the host, the Channel 724, we signing out. We'll see y'all next time on the corner. Peace!
Peace.